My motivation for finishing this episode is a yogurt tube, animal crackers, some porn, and an uninterrupted fat shit. Needless to say, I'm quite motivated. What's poppin', slime? I am the host, Nia Òla, and this is a stone cold case in which I, your illustrious host Nia, gets stoned and then defends one of my many hot takes in 10 minutes or less. Even if I'm in the middle of a sentence, we shut it down. I'm excited for this episode for a few reasons. The first being, I'm higher than last time. I think that's going to change the game. And two, because I look extra cunt tonight. Headphones are not on, wireless. On the wig with the little black lowlights. I don't know many bitches doing it like me. That's all I'm saying. Okay, as you all know, our topic of the night will be determined by a random wheel generator. Not sponsored, of course. And any topic that I land on, I will then, in 10 minutes or less, defend the take of. Let's get it poppin'. Okay. Not where I thought it would end up going tonight, but I'm not mad at it.
A Stone Cold Case, episode 2. Drop the N. Whoa.
A Stone Cold Defense, episode 2. Hot take, drop the ethical in ethical non-monogamy. Let's do it. We have 10 on the clock, starting... Oh, no. Now. Okay, so this is just a problem that we have in language in general, right? Where it becomes oxymoronic in a way that is not intended to. But it's usually indicative of other social pressures or underlings involved in the reason we are defining or talking about things in a certain way. You know, I've thought for a long time, at least 10 years, that it's really strange that the only behavior that is ever like prefaced with its level of ethics is behavior that is taking place elsewhere in an already ethical capacity. Like the entire ethos of the argument is essentially that the term ethical non-monogamy implies, because you have to put ethics as the prefix, that non-monogamy is unethical inherently. Oh my god. Oh, my throat. Wait.
What? Oh!
Somebody! Oh!
He needs some milk!
I'm wasting precious take time. Wait. But my throat. So not happy. Once we put the ethical in front of ethical non-monogamy, the implication there is that you have to give this prefix to state that, like, oh, this unethical thing is being done ethically. That's concerning to me on a like socio-political level, because we don't do that with anything else. Like, there are very few ways in which we partner or commune in which we have to put a preface about the level of ethics that is involved. And so to make it a prefix of ethical non-monogamy is to imply that you have to almost like pretty up or soften up the idea of non-monogamy to begin with. But the same way that monogamy isn't inherently ethical, if we think about it through the socio-political apparatus it functions, then you would also have to concede that we don't call it ethical monogamy. People assume monogamy is the ethical choice within this binary. And so because of that, non-monogamy is being considered like inherently unethical because it is not monogamy, which has taken the ethical slot, as opposed to the fact that they can both be ethical. Because the whole point is, if they're not ethical, that's not even what's happening. You know, like that's kind of the point. When it's like ethical, when it's like, what would you say is non-ethical non-monogamy? That would just be cheating. Like, it doesn't make sense to like double state something unless the implication is that this thing is inherently deviant and perverse, which is really what people are trying to say in ethical non-monogamy. When you get with your friends and she talking about her and her man who, like, let's say they were casually dating each other and not exclusive, and then she says like, oh yeah, we agree we're gonna be in a monogamous relationship. Nobody's patting a hand on her and being like, are you sure it's gonna be ethical, sweetie? Like, bitches just expect it to be ethical because the idea is that relationships should be like ethical, and if they are not, then something is wrong. Someone's being violated or abused, etc. But I'm just saying, it's like, we don't do that anywhere else. And we don't want to get in the habit of having to preface things because it implies that the like root behavior is inherently wrong or inherently, you know, antithetical to the thing you are trying to now attribute to it. You know, like, the problem is that, like, ethical non-monogamy, almost as a phrase as well, solidifies this belief that it's just essentially like a transparent form of cheating, which is not what it is. It's just an entirely separate relationship structure than one that is set out with, like, one-to-one people involved. But, like, these are indicative of larger social attitudes around behavior that is considered inherently antisocial, which is the only reason why people would feel the need to make other people, like, clarify that a type of relationship structure they are talking about can be ethical. Like, nobody's asking that about monogamog. Nobody's asking that about monogamy. Not a damn soul. And we have, like, millennia of proof that monogamy has been unethical, like, as an apparatus to even marry, like, has been made unethical by these, like, very sadistic power structures. So it's like, you can't sit in my face and tell me monogamy lives in the ethical palace inherently because they've been dogging bitches out with this apparatus for years. We don't put the ethical on monogamy. So why am I having to call my non-monogamy ethical now? Why does it have to be implied that it can't be ethical to begin with? Y'all be monogamous and toxic as shit, but don't nobody be like, oh girl, are you practicing ethical monogamy? But God forbid I'm like, oh yeah, me and my partner polyam, me and my partner non-monog. Ethically non-monogamous? Bitch, what do you think happens when I'm not ethical in my non-monogamy? The same thing that happens in your monogamy. I'm cheating! Y'all want to reinvent the wheel and shit because you believe we're not in real relationships to begin with. And that be the tea. That's the reason that y'all saying that. That's the reason y'all want us to make you feel better by acknowledging our nasty roots of it being potentially or inherently non-ethical. Like, hell no. This shit is ethical because I'm a grown-ass adult. I'm fucking other grown-ass adults. And folks know that there's multiple pair fucking occurring. Multiple pair romancing occurring. And bitches is cool with that. The same way you and Jonathan go on dates and take vacations and get a dumbass matching tattoo and don't nobody and they fucking mother check in with you every quarter talking about, are you guys keeping it ethical? Like, spare me that bullshit. So saying ethical non-monogamy is letting you hoes win that think that we are doing an inherently deviant, perverted, like, relationship structure, as opposed to just an alternative one to the one that you like and that has been historically proven to be the most unethical, violent, toxic structure. Like, I thought girls are supposed to keep it a buck with each other. I thought we supposed to keep it real. And if you think I gotta call it ethical in front of you so you don't think I'm just, like, cheating, then I'm gonna start quizzing you on them fights with Derek that be having you sobbing and having to stay at your mom's for a couple days. Like, oh, he said he should have hollered at your sister instead of you and now he regret it. Damn. It's not sounding very ethical. I don't know. Did you both agree to be practicing ethical monogamy? Just checking. like, I would want to pop a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the point. I already feel that way on the other side. So people just need to stop. Like, it's ethical because everybody is consenting to it happening and we are doing so in a transparent way. The same way that your monogamy, in theory, should be, but most times is not. Okay? I done seen the surveys. 1 in 3 couples said that if they could, they would open their relationship today. So it just sounds like a lot of you bitches is hating outside the club. You can't even get in. You know what I mean? It's starting to feel a little like envy. You know, it's giving green skin, no chlorophyll. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, the numbers don't lie. Them IG posts don't lie. Them Why Choose books, y'all love. Dumb don't lie. All of that. The porn you like, don't lie. The smut you read, don't lie. That tipsy with the girls at brunch, like raunchy, tipsy slutty talk, don't lie. And all that shit tell me I think you seeking some too. But you just want me to have to be doing it the normal way like you contemplating cheating. As opposed to like being in a relationship where like you can dip into a new flavor of the week if that's what y'all prefer. So like, I do think there is a large level of envy. People see a freedom that they can't fathom for themselves, and it gets them tweaking. And I could empathize with that, but are you worthy? I'm unsure. Are you worthy after being a dumb whore? Always. Dumb whores deserve it all. And I mean that earnestly. Sincerely. Dumb whores deserve it all. And dumb whores are usually monogamous. But they don't call it ethical. They just say it's monogamy. So I'm going to keep my non-monogamy sans the ethical. Unless I can start tallying up, them lick back for lick backs you got going on to decide when that becomes unethical for monogamy. So I'm just saying, let's not start stacking chips. We don't want that. I don't think you want that, I know the demons in my closet, but you don't even know how deep your closet is. You know what I mean? And that be the difference. That ain't 10 yet? Yo. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Go off, bitch. Right. I killed this episode. Just like last time, I don't remember shit in it already. But I know it ain't. I know it's it. Ooh. I am an Indica mommy. Like, me and Indica go way back. And there's this new Indica dominant hybrid I've been dibble dabbling talking to. Love her down. Makes time go so slow. Be having minutes feel like what Mooney Long said. I could do this for hours. I know that's right. Cause that's the other thing. Depending on the strain of indica, that should have you feel like you off the honey pack. I know a lot of girlies who say sativa is what get them like that. I'm like, nah, babes. It gotta be the right indica for me. Be giving snail trail, no Gary. Alright. My camera about to die. Let me get up out of this woofus before I end up here for an hour. I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Stone Cold Defense. I'm Nia Òla, your illustrious host, and we will be seeing you next time. Bye now.